What up, y'all? It's the Jokerz Gallery right here on the Fago Lovers Network. Another edition of 5-Piece coming at you today. As actually, the number 5 is kind of thrown into the celebration as we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Don't Hug Me From the Front, the album of the year on the first ever Underground Music Awards by the super famous Fun Time Guys. Came out February 5th, 2021. But also wanted to say on February 5th, 2022, super famous Fun Time Guys themselves going to be celebrating the anniversary of the album with a very special live stream. You can check that out on the Suck My Vid channel on YouTube. I think Luke's got the promo for it he could throw up. Right there, as you can see. Going to have live performances from super famous Sky Swamp Orange, Oh the Horror, and McNastee. So definitely check that out if you're a fan of super famous. I think that'll be a fun time. They've done a couple live stream concerts and they've turned out pretty dope. That Dead Alive stream is super fresh, so really looking forward to that. Check that out, February 5th coming up here. Like I said, we're going to rank the top 5 songs from the album of the year, Don't Hug Me From the Front. Before we get into that, I'm going to introduce the panel right here beside me. You got the host of Speak Your Clout Podcast, Mr. Mike Sears.
What up? Well, Mike Sears, Speak Your Clout Podcast, Gookz Gallery, with the vibes.
Right below me, you got the Larry King of the Underground representing Trife Life, Mr. Luke the Goon.
What's good? Trife Life, Legion, the Catacombs, undergroundcatacombs.com. Check that shit out.
LLE, he rapping everything today, like Buckshot on the award show, like a NASCAR driver. Speaking of the award show, the 4th panel member from the award show decided to hit him up to talk about super famous Fun Time Guys as well. Be TwiztidHistory, also know him as Robbie. If you check out our streams, I feel weird calling people by their Instagram names, so I call him Robbie.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm here. I came ready to celebrate. I got a nice a drink, and it's a year anniversary. I do have beef. I come with beef. Luke, I'm coming for you. Last time we did one of these, we did the Mom's Not Offended review, and you were talking about how you didn't know the producers on that, and then you got me tangled up in your horse shit. Next thing I know, a couple days later, I've got Whipstick in my DMs.
Hey, he hit me up too. I said in the review, I said, Whipstick, if I'm wrong, hit me up. And he did.
Yeah. I made sure to point out what they had produced before, who had been on what albums. Egg was all over my face. And I don't know. I'm getting real close and rubbing that egg on yours as well. So,
hey, man. You got hit up by a superstar. You should be thanking me, not giving me beef, bro.
Well, too late.
I'm the first motherfucker that say I like Whipstick as my favorite. That nigga never hit me up.
Now you don't want that. You don't want that.
he only hits you up when he's angry at you. When you're misinformed. So right now you ain't been misinformed, I guess.
Yeah, you've been doing good.
Like I said, we're going to break down our top 5 tracks from Don't Hug Me From the Front. So I'll get it started at the 5 spot for me. It's going to be the first posse cut from LLE. Luke's rocking the beanie. It's first ever posse cut. I get fucking meat cleaver vibes every time I hear this fucking song. Still to this day, a year later, Hide and Seek After Sunset.
That's us in the back of the bus, strapped with detonators, helmets, and your windows to sun. It's time to put the laughing slaughter while I'm grabbing a cut. Stacking them up, your trap stabs back in the truck. Listen, motherfucker, I'll put you on the internet. Human trafficking, wanks have forever been a threat. I ain't finished yet, the mood's so full. Turn the bloodline with super famous soul.
I took a 10 strip, now I'm losing my shit. This quintet, get it cracking like your grandmother's hip. Now the underground scene is abandoning ship, and I got 2 pit bulls named Jacob and Whipstick. Back on my dog shit and I'm destined for hell. This ain't a fucking record label, it's a terrorist cell. Blowing the fuck up like a big cartel. High 5 will leave you hanging like you Chris Cornell. Sorry.
Darkness swarming, all in caution, hanging pain at night. Blood is pouring, your endorphins dripping from your spine. Watch the setting sun, blood letting run, you'll never hide. Ripping through your bones and tendons, gripping on the knife. They say the devil's in the detail, so no wonder this effort to behead you is getting derailed. Should've took it long and slow, like a weak snail. Salting your vertebrae
Sorry, but your remains up for pre-sale. I'm the Joker, here to play God. You can play Jason Todd, get smacked with a night rod. Cause if you are alive, but if you are dead, beat to death up on your street and make this bitch a red hood.
Bane of your existence, breakbacks make many hurt. Comp a collab, you get your pennies worth. It's a dark night, but I love those. Fuck a knife, I'm two-faced with a snub nose. Quit murder, cold turkey, psych I didn't try. But if I did, I need a patch, Snake Plissken's eye. Fuck your life, you better pucker up and kiss it bye. Now we 5 deep, you motherfuckers getting fisted dry.
Just all around, like, look how dope our fucking label is track. Like I said, it's the first official one where they all flex on the track, and it fucking really held up well. Lee Carver's lines, man, I took a 10 strip, now I'm losing my shit. This quintet get it cracking like your grandmother's hip. Now the underground scene is abandoning ship, and I got 2 pit bulls named Jacob and Whip Stick. Just fucking Lee schools it. Bill comes on where he's rapping about like Batman and Bane and shit. Bane of your existence, break backs, make many hurt. Cop a collab, you get your pennies worth. It's just a flex song, and then Joe Black comes on at the end and fucking just schools it, steals the whole fucking song at the end. So I gotta put that on there. The first posse cut from LLE, Hide and Seek Under Sunset at my 5 spot.
Oh yeah, that shit is beyond fire.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
Oh yeah, brother. My number 5, first time I ever heard of him, like musically, Brainless.
You're having a fun time. I hope you're having a fun time.
You should really look both ways, crossing the street. Officer, please call an ambulance, establish the peace. The fact is, ain't none of us make it out alive. Gunshots, shoot the stars down, lay him down to die. While we ride when I squirt gun pump, super soaker motherfucker, turn that up, burn that blunt. We swerving that murder thump. Out the system, resist, this is worthless cunt. I'm a wolf dressed like a lemon, I run with the sheep. Trying to splatter your brain matter and summon the beast. It's something we spill the blood of the innocents to achieve. So if we chose you, unfortunately you agreed. That we blood like your bitch ass with paper cuts. Spray you with mace and fuck your face with us. A rated glove basket in your horror, yeah we call it a fun time. Yeah, fuck off bitch, you ain't gon' make it to sunrise.
I hope you're having a fun time. With music for the brainless. With music for the brainless. And once you're having the fun time of your life, you'll die super famous. You'll die super famous.
My coffee's cold, always watching the media. Talking about stalking and mocking them while turning the TV. All of a sudden I'm a monster. Like I ain't been feeding ya, I'm just trying to get us both to appear on Wikipedia. Honor of my 9th kill that they can't find still. Rename this whole fucking city like it was a Wineville. Actually I'm sick of you, back into the chicken coop. Listen you bitch, before I consider getting rid of you. Never mind, hey it's time to go shopping. Gonna find me a new toy to make into Frank Cotton. Fleshless crimson, last hour spent as a coward. Stabbed by a loser like Bruiser Brody in showers. Norman Bates wearing a normal face, yo it's funny. I'ma bludgeon you with inflatable sledgehammers. Get comfy, I'm sure you had ambitions right before you died, but now you're just a victim forever immortalized. So
I'm gonna lie, when I first seen him, I was like, who the fuck are these dudes? Like, I kind of was put off by it. Because I associated LLE with just the wicked shit, right? Then I seen that video and I felt stupid because them niggas body bag and shit. That fucking Bruiser Brody line from Legs and just fucking incredible, man.
Yeah, my number 5 is Brainless as well.
Oh yeah, let's work on that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
like you said, first single off the record. And I mean, this is the first time a lot of people heard them, you know, because they had been just announced as signed to LLE. And then they had the record coming out, and this came out with Bill. From what I've heard, Bill was the one who wanted this to be their single off the record. And it could have been because he was on it, and he figured hooligans will listen to it because he's on it as well, you know? And from what I heard, they have the version with Dubs on it. And Dubs wanted to be on it, and they were like, hey, this could be a single. We might be shooting a video, so you might not end up on the record. And he wanted to fucking do it anyway, which I think is kind of dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dope ass song. Bill kills the fucking hook on this shit.
Hope you're having a fun time. Come on, bro. That
Video's
fucking
pretty
beat,
dope,
that boom bap dusty shit. That would make DJ Premier and Pete Rock blush. those fucking drums.
Was that a Bill beat? I know he produced a lot of
Those
Yeah.
fucking drums, bro.
Yeah.
And then Mike talked about how like the first time he seen Super Famous, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" But that's almost with everything. That's how it was when I seen Zool for the first time. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" We just seen so much shit in the underground that people try to either paint up their face or wear a mask and try to be ICP that you immediately think it's just, you know, some whackness. But then the music stands on its own, and once the music stands on its own, the look starts to come together.
Like the music makes the look make sense almost. Where you're just like,
I'll compare it to something I heard Jonathan Davis and Korn talk about one time. They were like, Korn is the stupidest fucking name for a band ever, but once we got it popping and we were the biggest band in the world, Korn was the best name in the world for a fucking band. It's the music. It doesn't matter what the name is or the look. It's the fucking music, and the music was Super Famous. That fucking Brainless, man, it stood the fuck out. It made fans of a lot of fucking people.
When you said that, it reminds me of when they were on No Jumper. And No Jumper is like Super Famous Fun Time guys. That's their fucking name.
I was gonna say, if you're talking about band names, we got one right here.
Yep.
That shit is so fire, bro. Love it.
All right, number 5. I went with All Right.
Yeah, shout out to these artists being shady and intimidated, playing at the knot, but they gon' talk like they ain't fucking famous. No shit, dumbass. It's called entertainment. Sorry that we're different and you pussies been assimilated. Since the album with Dinner Day, you've been afraid and it shows. Why else would you downplay us, the fans and our bros? Because you're better? Whatever, I'm sure you are and that's fine, but it's kinda funny that you suck my fucking dick for a design.
What's it like waking up as a permanent opener, knowing that your stupid set is the one that we're smoking through? Got your merch half off, and you couldn't even give it out. Bitches loud, simmer down, looking like a fucking child. Your career's dead and gone in the cemetery. Blame it on your mom, cause your bit it's hereditary. It's a busy world and you're stuck a rich and scary. Child's play, I'm cracking a mandible, call it Toothberry.
I know they coping still, lost in emotions here, looking for an open air. When the smoke is cleared, I just hope that they'll be alright. Yes, yes, they will. They'll be alright. Yes, yes, they will. They'll be alright. Yes, yes, they will. They'll be alright.
Just because it's just like a pure like hip hop diss track, like I don't know, they're just like rapping on there in a way that I really gravitate towards, and it's like laid back. It's like almost like a sleeper song on the album, you know. It's not like one of the big jump out and punch you in the face tracks, but it just like I think like lyrically they're doing a lot on there, and it's just a cool song. It sounds really good. I don't have a lot to say about it, so just ramble until I run out of breath. But it's I enjoy it.
I think it's one of those songs that for somebody like me that smokes weed with a lot of the music I'm listening to, it's one of those that you want to, that while it's played, you're hitting the blunt or hitting the bowl or whatever, then you're singing along with the more of the like catchy tracks like Lucha Florida or Brainless like we just talked about. But yeah, it's a super dope track. I like how they kind of switch it up throughout it a little bit. You almost think they're like talking to somebody they like, and then they switch it up. And then also at the end with Whip said, I think their kids developed polio, just a random ass fucking disease from like the 70s. That fucking shit made me laugh too. Move it up to my 4 spot. I like the ones where people jump on the track with them apparently, because that my 4 spot's going to be Squad Up featuring Blaze.
Turn up your speakers, yo, you're in for a treat. Here, have some sneakers, kinda rough, but they clean. I got your concrete Adidas, go wear them out in the sea. Drop a couple 100 meters and wave to the submarine. Joint shit, when we squad up, the whole crew down. It's a slaughter, you better move now. Time to talk up, this is the new sound. Hey, it's just what we do in the underground band. When we squad up, the whole crew down. It's a slaughter, you better move now. Time to talk up, this is the new sound. Hey, it's just what we do here in the underground.
My squad so odd and wild, running roughshod with a chainsaw and a go-kart on the boulevard. Chop body parts like art form on the norm. Got them watching and learning the new murder porn. Get them sipping in their own blood, right through the hood, licking off shots, fucking with the squad, wish they would. Underground, what they call it, addicted like alcoholics. My style being the zone and the hump on the falling. Yes sir, getting nutty like a payday on the daily. Catch me busting shots your way with the AK. Bad as shit the same, jaws hanging by a nerve. Like a boot to your neck, put your mouth on the curb, bitch. Still the team to get them sane on the lane. All in a ball off, homie, ain't no in between. Ain't no tiptoe in the line, you getting tagged up. Go to corner and tell them bring the plastic bag, bruh.
When we squad up, the whole crew down. It's a slaughter, you better move now. Time to talk up, this is the new sound. Hey, It's just what we do here in the underground, bruh.
When we squad up, the whole crew down. It's a slaughter, you better move now. Time to talk up, this is the new sound.
Hey, it's just what we do in the underground, bitch.
Love that track. I love that Blaze would jump on that album. I mean, fuck, we didn't even know who these dudes were whenever this album was being recorded. Myself had fucking Blaze down to a jump on the album. I think it had a little bit to do with Legs drawing his fucking album cover, but nonetheless, it was dope that he jumped on there. And when he jumped on there, just like I was talking about with some of the tracks, whenever he joined it up with Oh the Horror, it sounded like old school Blaze, and this verse from Blaze on Squad Up was super old school. When you squad up, yo crew down, it's a slaughter, you better move now is the chorus, and then Blaze comes on, get it nutty like a payday on the daily, catch me busting shots on your way with an AK. It's just that fucking classic Blaze Dead Gangsta 2001 2002 Blaze sounded shit. It stood out to me immediately, so I wanted to put it on my list. Super dope that they got him on there. He was one of the performers at Camp Zool, so he's fucking super down with the LLE crew. So I gotta get Blaze on the list. I'll put Squad Up at the 4th spot.
Oh yeah,
Blaze went on a. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, good, brother.
Oh, I was gonna say Blaze went on a crazy feature run last year, and like between, I mean, I'm mixing 2 years together, but I don't know. He just did a bunch of stuff with like his verse on Red's album was really unexpected, and then he did this one and stuff with a bunch of other people, and it's just like, I don't know, he just feels reinvigorated. I think he's just sitting at home, you know, with his home studio, just laying down tracks. But yeah, always happy to see Blaze in an unexpected place.
Yeah, he killed that Squad Up shit. All right, number 4. Already mentioned from Jokerz Gallery. Hide and Seek After Sunset. Fucking Lee Carver, bro. That Chris Cornell line. You're hanging like Chris Cornell. Ain't much to say about it because, you know, Brandon already broke it down. So, yeah, it's my number 4.
Yeah, Joe on that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I hope you know the contract sucking my dick, bitch.
Lucky Legs can draw so fucking well.
So good.
We always, I think on the last review that we did for the EP, I think we were talking about how great that Whip's fucking voice work was on that. Joe's voice work on that was fucking superb. He sounded like he legit got woken up out of a dead sleep. Was just fucking pissed off. He might have been. I mean, he was misspeaking even, and they kept it in there. It just made it feel real.
Like woken up from a cave that he lives in or something. The funny thing is he could have easily laid down like a fire verse, but like I feel like we talk about that shit talking every time we talk about this group. So like he left his mark hard on that one.
Yeah, he stood out.
They pulled him out of his PSVR, and there he was like, "Motherfucker,
it's time to give you a verse." You just
went to the studio angry. Went to the studio angry as fuck.
Yeah, he sounded like Joe whenever they were doing that fucking 24-hour stream. They had him up at 8 a.m. fucking streaming. He was not a happy man at that point.
All right, we're at what, number 4 now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, number 4. Number 4. It's probably another one that's going to be brought up a bunch more. So, Lucha, Florida.
Y'all ever wonder where the fuck we came from? It ain't a land of puppy dogs and ponies, that's for damn sure. Smells like hot cat piss and menthol cigarettes year round. Check it out.
This is the city where the super luchas came from. Undisputed and ruthless, we moving with a chainsaw. Because we hate y'all, hacking the competition. It's how we brainstorm, whacking off lots of scissors. The land where we bought it for your baby mama. No matter the aftermath, you suck there as a father. Where it all started out, here we go, vomit. Placing for the squeamish, you needed there as a fodder pal. Fuck life, a favorite currency is cocaine. Makes the pain from the square circle seem okay. Cannibalistic, I'm just a man with a vision of plan. Plan with a pistol, we turn your fans into victims. Joe, you couldn't lace a strap on my fucking fanny pack. Couldn't last long enough to make legs of granny man. Locals only, yeah, home is where the heart is. A handicap, metro train, beat your ass retarded. Where the cocaine flows like wine, and anybody that's looking for a hell of a time. Where the rules of the world don't fly, and everybody has a courage to go and commit crime. Where your life could just end in an instant, pissing off 8 legs and mischievous whips. Lucha, Florida. Lucha, Florida. Where the cocaine flows like wine, and anybody that's looking for a hell of a time. Where the rules of the world don't fly, and everybody off 8 legs and mischievous twisted. Lucha Florida. Lucha Florida.
I believe it was the second single off of the record. I love the fucking music video. It's got the Rick Mole cameo. There's a bunch of dope lines in that song. Shorty got a body like, no she don't, I buried it. Just a fire ass track. I think obviously it's not my number one, but I think this is probably the most standout track on the record, and it definitely seems to be the one that they put Lucha Florida all over the fucking place. So I think this is kind of like the one that they put forward the most, and I mean it's a fucking great track. So
yeah, it's also my number 4. Same, and exactly. Like I was listening to the album today, I listened to it a couple times to try to like figure out, you know, this album's hard for me to pick tracks, you know, and rank them out of, because it's just I don't think I've ever listened to anything on this album out of context. Like I just push play and let it go. And then so I was like, well, you know, maybe we're all going to be doing this, you know, so maybe I don't want to pick like the singles or the ones that are a little more obvious. And then this song came out and I was like, nah, go fuck yourself. This is like, you're not going to put Lucha Florida on the list. So yeah, just absolutely fire. I mean, it has an energy to it that's like kind of fun, but also kind of like mean. It's kind of dark, but like subtly. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like it's got an underbelly of like negativity, but like while being kind of like a fun hip hop song, if that makes any sense at all. I promise I'm not high.
I'm high, so I'll jump in. This is my 3 spot, so it'll be next for me. Talked about it, putting it everywhere. They put it on No Jumper. Luke was talking about it. That's the song they put on there, and it was funny because, you know, they're fucking saying Lucha Florida, and fucking Adam 22's like, where'd they say they're from again? Oh yeah, right. That's right, Florida. So I mean, it even like adds to like their world building. It's where they're from. They're the fucking made up place in Ohio that's actually called Lucha Florida. So it just adds to a little bit of mystique, kind of some ICP world building there. Wanted to have it on my list. The video really stood out. I thought it was super dope. Rick the Mole got some love in it, like Luke was talking about there. Whips rocking the dope ass fucking Nature Boy Ric Flair fucking sweatpants from like Chalk Line. So yeah, and then like you said, it's probably the track off the album. If you were just going to play one track for somebody and try to get them into Super Famous Fun Time Guys, it's probably that one. That'd probably be the one I picked. So I wanted to have it on my list. I'll put it at the 3 spot.
So we got that fresh Newport hat.
Yeah,
the Newport dreads.
Yeah, the Newport dreads.
Started out as a helmet. Bill wanted it to be a helmet. He couldn't figure out how to make it a helmet, so he made it into dreads. And then left it in the back of Whipstick's car. Somebody busted out the windows thinking it was a bunch of cigarettes laying back there.
That's got to be one of the funniest stories I heard from those dudes.
Was that in Ohio?
Good old Portsmouth, Ohio.
So, like, how much does that play into the fucking song lyrics itself?
I know, that's the funny thing about the whole song.
Life imitating art.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Yes, sir.
All right, already brought up from Jokerz Gallery again. Squad Up, featuring Blaze It Homie, man. Shit is hard, bro. Love that track. Yeah, 2001 Blaze feels on that one. Not much to say about it. My man's broke it down. So yeah, Squad Up, number 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3 then is actually gonna be on a different record. Muerte Merde.
Well, what the fuck do you even want me to say?
I don't know, something horrorcore?
We're in the supermarket, you're in the deli aisle. I shot for human targets, rock a hella smile. It's something foul that I never need a bellish. I'd eviscerate the magistrate, pass and say better settle down. Fucking it all, fuck you bitch, better run out of hall. Could be that I'm lonely, I'm chasing your soul, need to save it a moment and open you fall. Check out late, scared of good, logic brain. Promo deal, got a promo reel, and a road, don't feel like you felt no pain. So back up, make me wanna smack the back of explosives and C4 like never before. You massive faggot, acting out some fantasy. Damn it, you're fucking mad at me. Handing you the bananas while vanishing into Applebee's. Yeah, we just wanna kill shit. Not these beats and lyrics, I mean literally putting our hands on you physically and making you fucking feel this. That's all we really wanna do is just kill shit. Wait, hold up, wait.
What's up, man?
Is this too typical?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are we original?
Not in the slightest.
It might just be the principle.
Hey, if you a bitch, say you're gay.
I don't know, something, you're gay.
I thought so.
Bitch!
Wait, you're just gonna do a song that's like 2 minutes long?
Yo, it's 2 fucking minutes, man. It's catchy, it's short.
Nah, that's stupid.
I don't give a fuck.
Real shit, I'm on some ill shit. I wanna kill shit. Hit you with a pipe until I watch the fucking steel split. You don't, what is the reason that I'm so monstrous? I don't need a reason, I'm doing it cause I want a bitch. All of you novices fucking gobble dick. Slob on this ride till it's obvious that you wanna spit. If you get away, you'll be running off with a hobble kid. Leave your head flopping and wobbling on some bobble shit. I'm the type to keep their motherfucking heads ringing. Stand over the body in the basement while it's dead bleeding. Someone's running through the neighborhood carrying something red, screaming, yo, we just wanna kill shit. Not these beats of lyrics, I mean literally putting our hands on you physically and making you fucking feel this. That's all we really wanna do is just kill shit. Wait, hold up, wait.
Am I even in this group?
We don't know.
Is Whip a nincompoop?
Obviously.
Well, that's a given, dude.
Yo, he's a bitch, too. Don't forget that. I said that earlier.
Well, at least I'm not fucking fat.
It was supposed to be on the terrible background music, canceled music now, but it was just called Kill Shit, and they flipped it and called it Muerte Merde. It's just a fucking dope. I love it. Goes like 2 minutes, and they're like, all right, that's good. Dubs comes in, like, oh, you guys just good. Yeah, it's short, it's nice. And then Dubs, it's like a fucking dope ass verse.
Oh, fuck that. That's stupid.
Spits his fucking verse. But Whip's verse is fucking hilarious. Where he's like in a grocery store. He's like, we're in the supermarket, you're in the deli aisle. It's fucking hilarious. Like, what am I supposed to spit? It's just some horrorcore shit. Dope as fuck. I love that song. And it's hype as fuck too. That beat and the way that their flow is in that song gets the blood pumping, as they say.
I love in that, like you mentioned the Dubs coming in talking shit and then having a verse. I was just thinking about how, like, I remember early back in the day listening to old like Wu-Tang and stuff like that. Okay. And it was this thing where, like, it almost felt like the fact that there were songs was like not an accident, but like it was just part of the whole thing that was like these guys hanging out and talking shit. There'd be little skits where it's them talking about, you know, who has got my killer tape and all, you know, like it just seemed like there was an atmosphere that was created through the little skits and all that stuff that like just made it seem like, you know, the music was just a part of a larger thing where these guys are just hanging out with each other. And I feel like stuff like that brings that into the super famous world where like it just seems like Dubs was just there or something and it was just like, oh, you guys aren't going to make more? Okay, well, fuck you, I'll just do it. Like, it just, they do that so often, and it's so like Brandon brought up world building earlier. It's so like, it makes it so insular and strong to just have like little things like that where it's almost like there's like the whole album is a skit and there just happens to be songs on it or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's like these guys are just like recording, you know, like there's a mic going all the time and like they're picking up shit talking and little inside jokes and also songs. And I think that's like one of the coolest things about
so
and not one of the coolest things.
What you're saying is super famous fun time guys are like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. They're probably like probably almost exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, hey, one and the same. Have you ever seen them in the same room together? I don't think so. They're wearing masks. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they were holding a cream skateboard whenever they were promoting the "Don't Hug Me from the Front" album. He might be onto something.
ODB and Whipstick be very into it.
Yeah, see? Hey. ODB could have faked his death and all that shit. Came back as a whip.
Man. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I got too busy talking about it. I was getting too
he was thinking about Wu-Tang Clan being fucking super famous fun time guys too.
I was just trying to make big brain points and was like, forgot we were doing a list. My number 3 is the title track, "Don't Hug Me from the Front."
Back at your favorite luchadors. He's high, I'm drunk, nothing new to report. I need to work on my anger according to the court. So here's me trying my best. Wait for it. I'm fucking glad your cat died. That's a fact. I cracked up like this karma's fucking bitches from backside. Was there any lubrication? Did you happen to fight? I'm just playing out.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're right. Game time fun shit. Guess I'm dyslexic. Fuck. Now this album's off track, I got it correct. It's I got a message, believe me, I'm trying my best to text it. But I don't ever want you to have my number, you fuckface. If we was cool once, that's dope for you. Get to share the same exact memories I do. Except in mine, you're a bitch, always causing me problems. And though it's 30 years overdue, I'm a million father condoms.
It doesn't matter how we end it, sometimes that's the way this goes. But dear those from all my lost friendships, there's one thing you should know. Whether it's been years or months, whether we had no contact, not even once, I truly hope your life is all bad, cause you're a cunt. And if we ever cross paths, don't you hug me from the front.
So I see you hanging out up at a show. I kinda notice you feeling the sweat effect that it glowed. That's kinda dope. And you bought a copy of our album. Shut up. You want an autograph, I don't really wanna. Stop, and you wanna snap a pic here with Whip 6. So go distract the boyfriend while I motorboat his bitch tits. You fucking idiot, what part of the game is this? Catch it on video, she'll probably pay for it. So just play it safe and give me space. 3 feet, PC, social distancing yourself from these fees. Please, please, I don't wanna end up getting caught up. Shut up, just because you couldn't lock your twat up. I'm all for interaction if it is a must. With blatant trust, the conversation will remain as long. Debate abrupt, we will reclaim the game and make it fun. Just listen up and never ever hug me from the front.
Track rules. I don't know, it's super fun, as redundant as that sounds. It's just like, it's such a light, breezy little pop song. It's one of the 3 on here, I think, between the title track, Up for Grabs, and then I Like My Friends. They're just like super like light, breezy pop songs with like mean-spirited, fucked up lyrics. And it's like one of the things that I think that they do better than anybody, between songs like this, Positive, with a little bit of all that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's one of their strengths that like very, very, very few people do. And it's, yeah, just great. It's funny. Dubs is all over it. Like, just a top-notch track. And like, what does that even mean?
Don't help me.
Yeah, like,
have you not heard the story?
No. Regale me.
Well, I don't. I probably won't tell the story as well as Whip will tell you in the DMs, but basically, I guess they were at a show or something like that, and people were coming up and like trying to hug Whipstick from the front, and he was like, he thought that they were like wanted to fuck him or something like that.
Okay, so
like, oh, they can't hug me from the front; they gotta hug me from the back.
So you're saying it's nonsense. In the back where you could never get fucked.
Yeah, basically.
They had that conversation at a Burger King's and then cheered their chicken nuggets together when they decided the album was going to be called that.
Love it.
So that's how much thought went into the name of the album. But like what I was saying with Lucha Florida being the one that I would pick if I was just going to play one super famous song for somebody and try to get them into super famous, this would be the song that I would play if I was trying to show somebody the variety that they have off this album, because it's the one that stands out. Like you said, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of, and also Pot's got positive vibes in it as well. Just it shows you their range throughout the album, the most on this album, in my opinion. That's what I think.
And I heard like a song on TikTok the other day that was like similarly themed, where it was like some guy talking to his ex and like wishing subtly bad things upon her or whatever, but it was like a shittier version of this song. And so I was like, damn, people got to hear the better version of this thing that's going viral right now.
There's an upgrade of this fucking song.
Yeah, there's one that's catchy actually.
Speaking of upgrades, I'll move it up to my 2 spot. It's gonna be the track that ends the album. I Like My Friends.
I like my friends, but I don't like you. I don't like your face or your mood, my dude. Hey, the world gon' spin, I ain't worried about you. Gonna run this rap race, only way that I choose, I do.
Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid.
Fuck you,
Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid.
fuck you,
Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid.
just be happy with your life, that's the way that it is, bitch. I hate rappers, but I enjoy barbecuing. Until we break out the tequila, then the party's ruined. So, I don't know what y'all was doing, about to get weird like all Azul and auto-tuning. Hallelujah, better yet, your best bet is calling you before I haul off and light the top of this Molotov and toss it to you. That'll show you to a place where you can talk to Buddha, hug Jesus, and get Lucifer stuffing a cock into you. Circle is small, that's the way that it goes. Unless you gargling balls, I guess you hitting the road. So calm down, moonwalk out our way like Carmella. Never fall out, keep it underground like a vault dweller. Friendship at capacity, no you can't enter. PJ said it best. remember? No new ninjas. It ain't all bad, I didn't mean to offend ya. I still tell your girl what's up when I scroll through Tinder. I like my friends, but I don't like you. I don't like your face or your mood, my dude. Hey, the world gon' spin, I ain't worried about you. Gonna run this rap race, only way that I choose, I do. Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid. Fuck you. Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid. Fuck you. Fuck off, fuck outta here, kid. Just be happy with your life, that's the way that it is, bitch.
Really dig the melodies of it. It's just one that you sing along. By second or third time you fucking heard the song, you're able to sing along to it. It's just real laid back. I hate rappers, but I enjoy barbecue until we break out the tequila, then the party's ruined. About to get weird. I don't know what y'all's doing. About to get weird, like Alazul and auto tuning. Like it just makes you think of Joe Black sitting there singing his heart out to an auto tune. Whenever I hear that shit, and it's just a yeah, or any of them, just anybody wearing a fucking forever face, even fucking Bill wearing a fucking forever face doing some auto tuning. But like you said, with the Don't Hug Me From the Front, I think it just stands out because it's so much different. I like this one a little bit more than I like Don't Hug Me From the Front, so I'll put I Like My Friends at the 2 spot for me.
Dope. Number 2 for me. Oh my God, I love cocaine. Could have played Fallout, bro.
My number 2 as well, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love cocaine. Time to get it started when we crash another party on coke. Get retarded like it ain't no thing. Ain't no thing? Ain't no thing. Bang another rainbow backslide, whipping with the snowman. Say Nick, yeah, he got that greatest stash. Famous blast, famous sack, kicking shit, great attacks. Faded fast on the plane as we staging that famous act. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know legs, but we got invited to a dope ass party with a wife 6-sided and the drugs are free. So please don't mind if I didn't wanna spend another Friday night. Yeah, follow in your bedroom when I come be laying by. So please, please, sweet Jesus, need this. I'm feeling broke down. Spending all my chips, I'm feeling sick, going broke. Wow, coke down. Need another line if you don't mind. I don't know about how I'm gonna drive and stay alive. Cause I'm so out of my fucking mind, it's so sublime. I'm just trying to die high, suited with my eyes wide.
Oh, what goes up must come down. They're so rude now.
Fuck, god damn it, where am I? At the party, in the bedroom, hungover from last night. Yo, my head's killing me. Oh yeah, dude, it feels like torture. No way. Yo, wait, what the fuck is that? Oh, that is just that bitch in the corner. What? What did you do? What do you mean? What did I do? What did you do? Dumb bitch. You shit, don't try it. I know you whip. Did it even sound like I'm fighting? Kinda. Al-Qaeda. Got a bomb in a shirt, motherfucker. I'll find it. What the fuck is that? Is that a trident? When I can't pick up cool shit when I find it. Fuck you, dog. That's profiling. You know that's wrong, so no smiling. But what do you suggest that we do with this mess? Cause I'm kind of fucking stressed and you're so silent. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. You killed someone, just fuck up. You blacked out after the 8-ball. I'm the one that's changing it. I won't cool down. Need another line if you don't mind. I don't know about how I'm gonna drive and stay alive. Cause I'm so out of my fucking mind, it's so sublime. I'm just trying to die high, suited with my eyes wide.
Oh, what goes up must come down. They're so rude now.
Long live evil.
Shit's fire, bro. Like that fucking Cam Zoo footage. Wish I was there in that motherfucker, bro.
Bro, that was the biggest pop of the night, pretty much, man. Like that song live is fucking dope because they go back and forth and whip on that song, bro. He spits that shit like I don't even know how the fuck he does it, man. But yeah, that part where he goes, "Oh my God, I love cocaine." Everybody in the fucking crowd pops so fucking hard.
It's just the lyric video, but that video is fire too.
Yeah.
It's the best lyric videos of all the lyric videos that came out during that year when people could only make lyric videos because it actually like it wasn't just the words coming up on the screen. I think Legs had drawn some artwork for it and shit, so it was a little bit more than a fucking lyric video. So it really stood out. And like you said, that line that he delivers whenever he was at Camp Zobad, not only does he deliver the line, he fucking runs across the stage, fucking snorting the line. He fucking just makes it a spectacle. So yeah, it's super dope. So yeah, I can see where that song makes it on anybody's list.
Oh yeah.
That's a line like that in a year or two, or you know, whenever like playing shows with more audience building, like that's a hold the mic out to the crowd and everyone screams it line. Like that's I don't know, super memorable. Also, like you were going to say about lyric videos, I think these guys are the only like people that make lyric videos that I actually like watching. Like outside of trying to figure out what the lyrics are. They've got a handful of them, and they're all super entertaining videos on their own, and they also have the lyrics in them, which is very helpful. Yeah, dope track.
Legs' artwork certainly helps making the lyric videos better. When he initially told me, I think I originally found out when we did the Dead Alive after stream, and Legs was like, "Oh yeah, we got a lyric video coming out for that song," and I was like, "Oh no." He's like, "No, it's dope," and it did. It came out pretty dope. So
yeah, they like tell the story of the song, you know, through the drawings and lyric video and stuff, which I think is like what. Well, a lot of songs don't have stories to tell, but I think like adding that kind of narrative element to it makes it a video and not just like, you know, aggrandized words on a screen or whatever. So, but yeah, great song. Number 2 for me would be Brainless.
I hope you're having a fun time with music for the brainless, with music for the brainless. And once you're having the fun time of your life, you'll die super famous. You'll die super famous.
We take enjoyment in your pain, call it irony. You scream, feed the darkness growing, that's inside of me. Crying to the beat, I'm singing like an oddity. Bodily dealing you harm, your movies end violently.
Silently sighing, the sicko is smiling. His bodies of water surround you like islands, submerging and drown with the rest of the bastards. An artistic project reversing a rapture.
So roll credits, it's time to get your recognition. We're all alone, you need a win a mission. Shattered ankles make you dance, feeling kinda vicious. You ain't special, just defeated and another victim.
Pin him to a board before I go skin him. Annoyed by all the noise, avoiding the holes in him. From the dark game we played here earlier in the day. Sure, if you hit your face, but you're okay.
Look at me!
Hey!
I hope you're having a fun time with music for the brainless, with music for the brainless. And once you're having the fun time of your life, you'll die super famous. You'll die super famous. I hope you're having a fun time with music for the brainless, with music for the brainless. And once you're having the fun time of your life, you'll die super famous. You'll die super famous. You'll die super famous.
This was not the first song I'd heard from them. I'd heard, I think, some stuff from the solo EPs before this album was announced, and was really confused by it because I was just like, oh, I see these guys around a lot, like online. I see the name and I'm curious what it is. So I think I listened to the Kay and Kurt Russell like combo CD or whatever, and like not knowing who's who and what the narrative is, it was very confusing because it's just like there's people, they're mad at each other all the time, and one guy's on a lot of these songs and then another guy's on a lot of the songs after that. Like it was just like it was, but and hearing this song and like seeing them and like putting a little bit more of a concerted ear to it, it like clicked and made sense. And it's just such a banger of a song. Like we talked about it up top, but like between Bill on that hook, the beat, and then just the verses, like just, yeah, I mean, super good introduction for people. And the video's super fucking good. Like, was that a low-key video?
Which one?
Brainless?
I don't think anyone's credited.
I think it was Brian. I think it was We Are Media.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, like super, super well done. Just like the kid's birthday party vibes with the like the darkness in the bass line of that beat and all that, like, and then Bill's kind of like disembodied sounding like talk singing voice. Like, I don't know, it just set such a vibe that like really set up the album being good, you know, and worth checking out. So yeah, Brainless number 2.
It's my one, so I could jump in as well. It's the song that made me a fan. Just like Secondhand Smoke from Twisted, just like fucking Halls of Illusion from ICP. Those are my favorite songs from them because they're the ones that made me fans. This song made me a fan. I heard this song, was immediately a fan. I was like, because I, like Robbie said, I'd seen them on like Chuck Ree's program, like, and they were entertaining as fuck because they're arguing with each other throughout. You think the fucking interview, especially when you don't know the gimmick, you think the interview is going to end with them choking each other. And I remember that shit. And then like I heard this song, I was like, how the fuck have I never heard their music before? This shit is fucking phenomenal. It's my number 1 spot for show.
Yeah. Number 1 for me, Lucia Florida.
AKA Ohio, day to day feels like a trial. Safe to say where razor blades make up most of our fucking pile. You can get boned in the yard like a Taker versus Styles. If you die, then that's alright, you'll just be added to the pile. Weeks of black and miles, overdosing necrophiles. Crack a smile, Toblerone is now a weapon when it's filed. Motivate your mother in a mobile home while you're out. She finna pay for it at dome and it changes some of my clout. Hey, hood rats looking for some good shaft. Gonna find the head of a bat if they fucking thinking that I would smash. Face painted with powder, do I look like a good cat? Flashbacks to pinata, I know you're someone I should smash. Whoa, shorty got a body like a, no she don't, I buried it. Welcome to the land of making plans on nefarious. Lucha, Florida, northeast of where your parents is. Now watch this train wreck through the glass like aquariums, bitch. When the cocaine flows like wine, and anybody that's looking for a hell of a time. Where the rules of the world don't fly, and everybody has a courage to go and commit crime. When your life could just end in an instant, pissing off 8 legs and mischievous whips. Lucha, Florida, Lucha, Florida. When the cocaine flows like wine, and anybody that's looking for a hell of a time. Where the rules of the world don't fly, and everybody has the courage to go and commit crime. When your life could just end in an instant, pissing off 8 legs and mischievous whips. Lucha, Florida, Lucha, Florida, Lucha, Florida.
Can a bullet stick him? Just a man with a vision, the blam blam with a pistol, turn your fans into
victims.
Fire. Love that shit, bro. Never gets old. Dope video. You already talked about it. So. Yeah, Lucha Florida #1 for me.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
That verse of Whipstick comes out with, man, that just sets the tone for that whole fuck song. What you're talking about right there, man. Like, as soon as you hear that verse, you're in for the rest of the song. You're like, sign me up. I'm good for the next 4 minutes. I'm listening to this shit.
Fuck yeah.
And the remix on Mom's Not Offended, like, sets a different tone to it. It's a little bit like,
it's fire.
Yeah, it's a little darker, a little meaner, I feel like, but it brings that out of the lyrics and the vocal takes. I think it's like just I don't know. That song opens up in different ways a lot. I think it's really cool.
I enjoyed the remix.
Yeah, I still have to hear that remix because I've only heard the version that's on the Camp Zool edition. I haven't heard name dropping there, but
no, I think it's the same one.
Is it? I don't think it's the same one.
Someone online had said something to the extent of like, why is the remix not fixed? And someone said, I think either Whip or Legs, somebody commented like, ask Bill or something like that. So I think it maybe was supposed to be a different one, but I think they pressed it up with the same one.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Everyone knows where my DMs are if I am, but
you'll know shortly if you are.
All right, I guess we're on round #1, right? All right, my #1. It was actually brought up once before. It's all right.
I see you made another post, and then it's really like the bro. I bet you drank 'cause it shows. I'd ask you woman, but she knows that your flow's been whack. It's hopeless that you blow. In fact, it's okay. Just get over that. Move on from rap. The sober fact is okay. See you live in mediocrity, strapped up in rocket ships, and it ain't no stopping. Wait, S to the double F, T to the 7th letter. Spacebound beyond you in the corner gets wetter. You better recognize the fact that your act is tentative. The people sleeping on you 'cause your music's like a sedative. Nobody wanna listen to a product by a handout. Ride another wave, die another day, man, child.
I know they coping still, lost in emotions here, looking for an open air. When the smoke is cleared, I just hope that they'll be alright. Yes, they will be alright. Yes, they will be alright. Yes, they will be alright.
The first time when I did the listening party for this record when it first came out, like I heard this song and I was like, there's a lot of emotion in that song. They're definitely talking about people in real life, and it was just to me like that emotion and like what they were going through came through so much in the fucking song. Like there's the part where like Legs is basically talking about people like basically talking shit, and then they're coming back to him like sucking his dick trying to get a design for him, you know what I'm saying? And then I always love Whipstick's line where he's like, what's it like waking up as a permanent opener? I was thinking fucking hilarious because there are motherfuckers like that out on the road. There's the weekend warrior groups that are out there. And he's like talking about how like you can't even sell your merch if it's half off. You can't even give it away and shit. And then yeah, I fucking love that track. I've always loved it because, like I said, I feel like they put so much emotion into that song, and I think it definitely comes through. Yeah, so that's my number one for sure.
Yeah, if you've ever been to shows in this scene, that permanent opener line is harsh.
Yes.
That's why it's so good, like, because it's directed at people that it's harsh too.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about that is like it's all pretty subliminal. They don't name names or whatever, but like if you hearing that line, you know in your local scene who that is. You know what I mean? Like you don't know. I don't know who he's talking about specifically, but like, boy, do I know that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's I think what makes it so harsh. And it's that's a cutting fucking line.
And that's the other funny thing about like the chorus and all that stuff. It's like I hope they're all right. It's like obviously like sarcastic. Like that's what I also like about it too. It's got a little bit of humor, but like the verses like hit hard. Like some of those people that they're rapping about, I would have loved to seen their faces when they fucking heard those songs.
Like a reaction video.
Oh my God. I would have loved to have seen their reactions because that song, they fucking cut deep on that shit.
Yeah. And that hook being so catchy makes it all the better because it's like, it's kind of fun, which is like, I don't know. I always think about like the classic like argument about like Takeover and Ether with Jay-Z and Nas. And like Takeover had some harder lines, but Ether had some hard lines, but Takeover is a better song because people actually want to listen to it, like for musical enjoyment. And I feel like that with like All Right, it's like, yeah, it's a diss song, but like it's also a good song. So like the song where you're getting torn to shreds, people are going to be listening to it and like singing along and having fun. And you're more likely to hear it out of context than you would if it was just like battle rap bars.
I never really thought about it that way, but that is really funny. Like somebody just be bumping that in their car.
Yeah, like you're more likely to just
turn that shit on.
Yeah. That's about me. Fuck you.
Yeah,
you think a diss track, you think somebody just going hard over like a hard ass fucking beat. They go like Ja Rule trying to answer like 50 Cent with clap back, and this is not a fuck. This is the absolute opposite of that, but done better, but done like better as a diss song, even though they didn't try to fucking go the route of just being sound like a hard ass fucking rapper.
Yeah.
Right, number one. It's been talked about a couple times, but I went with Hide and Seek After Sunset, number one.
Blood is pouring, your endorphins dripping from your spine. Watch the setting sun, blood letting run, you'll never hide. Ripping through your bones and tendons, gripping on the knife.
For real, Bill, fucking woke me up for this shit. The fuck am I doing here? Fuck you, Whip. Here's your fucking collab. You're lucky 8-Lace can draw so fucking well. I hope Bill told you the contract you gotta suck is my dick, bitch. Oh, you paid for this. Fucking whack-ass Eastie boys.
Is pouring, your endorphins dripping from your
spine. With a cheesy voice.
Watch the setting sun, blood letting run, you'll never
suck my dick.
Ripping through your bones and tendons, gripping on the
Come on, Joe. You know you love us.
Just such a fucking hard song. Like, I love Super Famous Fun Time Guys. I love A La Zulu, but something about the idea of LLE as a label and a crew makes me so excited. Just like Brandon, you said, it reminds you of like hearing Meat Cleaver back in the day and stuff. Like something about hearing all these guys rap together and they're all so good, but they're also different from one another. And like, it just like, I need a fucking group album so bad. I need like a label album. That's like my favorite current group is them together on the 2 or 3 songs that exist, because like it's so fun to hear them all rap together. So yeah, that's my number one for sure.
And even just not together, all 5 of them. Give me a fucking Lee Carver and Whipstick EP of 6 songs. Like just a random grouping of these dudes that sound dope as fuck, man. Like even like Legs and fucking Lee just fucking flowing like old school fucking fucking hip hop. Like sign me up for that. I'll give my $10 right now. So like there's so many fucking different options they can do there. So yeah, that song definitely makes me realize of all the different fucking options. Like you said, the same way whenever I was listening to fucking Meat Cleavers, like damn, I can't wait to hear Dark Lotus. Now I can't wait to hear whatever the fuck they call this group whenever they put the 5 of themselves together.
Totally. And like having Joe on there doing the shit talk, and like it's funny, and we talk about that a lot, but like I think what it also does is adds an element of like unknown a little bit. Like the fact that like certain supergroups in the world have a tendency to be a little bit formulaic at times, where it's like, hey, we're all 5 going to have a verse. It's going to be this long. It's going to be, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, this guy's going to do most of the hooks. This other guy's going to do half the hooks. It's almost like there was a sheet spread around and, you know, okay, your parts are here, 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 and here. Go in and do them. And we'll have this done by 5 o'clock. Like you talked about having little different, you know, 2 people here, 3 people there. Like, I think something that I think I like about that Joe part where he's just talking shit is like, if they did do a collaborative record, he would rap on that or whatever. But like just having, like, to bring it back to Wu-Tang, every Wu-Tang song does not have all fucking members of Wu-Tang on it. You know, the people that sound best on that song or like have an idea that works for that song are on that song, so on and so forth. And I think like that's what's cool to me about that Joe part at the end is it's very funny, but it's also just like he's doing the best thing he could do for that song.
I think the other thing that makes that song really good is that like it actually sounds like they're all there.
Yes.
Like it actually sounds like Joe walked up when they're all standing around and he's like yelling at them and talking to them. It sounds like they all recorded it like in one session
together.
Yeah. And it has that feeling. It has that cohesiveness that you need when you have like a super group, which is really important.
And it sounds like they all want to outdo each other, like while also making each other sound good. You know, like it's, I don't know. Like I think like there's a lot of people that Zool could have signed to a label, and I don't know if any of them would have sounded as good together with them on tracks or so. You know, I think it was to go back to celebrating the idea of this being 1 year of this album. Like, I don't think a better group could have been signed to this label and like made the label better, made Zool look better, and also do like big things for the group that got signed and super famous. Cause like, it just makes sense. It just works so well.
And also it works so well, even just like skits we were talking about with Mom's Not Offended EP. We were saying like our favorite part of that one song is whenever Captain Carver comes in to save the day. Like it's not even just the music, man. It's the skits. It's just everything about it, man. It gives me those feels of 1998 being a juggalo and being excited for the music and the projects coming up.
Totally. Exactly. It's super, super fun, super exciting to be a part of.
Before we get out of here, I figured this might be a short show, just kind of limited it to one album to talk about. So I wrote down 5 questions like we've been doing the past few weeks. This one's pertaining to super famous Fun Time guys. Question number 1, I'll ask the question, then I'll let Mike answer. We'll go to Luke and then Robbie, and then I'll finish it and then ask the next one. Question number 1: what's your favorite lucha mask of all time?
Hands down, Rey Mysterio, 1997 Halloween Havoc. That Phantom joint, purple joint, took an Eddie Guerrero.
Full body suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
I was just showing my girl that mask the other night. It's fire, bro. I love that mask. Always have.
Ray has done some dope like combinations. Like I think he did the Joker one, and like he's done he's done a whole bunch of like really Captain America. I think he did one. Yeah. He's done a bunch of
Flash.
He's done a whole bunch of really cool like combinations with his mask and his suit.
I love that.
I like the one that Mike's talking about because it was there for a reason. Eddie Guerrero was trying to take his mask off, so his mask was made onto his suit. It was a full one-piece bodysuit. It was super dope.
And it's in WCW Underworld Revenge too, so it's fire.
And one of the best matches ever in WCW's history.
Ever.
All right, somebody
you got Luke
after this.
I love Rey Mysterio's, but I don't think anything touches Drago. Drago's mask is fucking insane. You know what I'm talking about, Brandon?
Has that tongue that comes out of it and shit.
Looks like a prosthetic, like it's insane. Yeah. It's like a dragon on his fucking
Drago.
There ain't no touch in that mask. I'm telling you right now. But if I had to pick some other ones, I'd probably pick Aerostar. Aerostar has a really dope mask. And Pentagon, I love Penta's mask. I think Penta's mask looks really cool. And then I actually really like Prince Puma's mask when he was in Lucha Underground. I kind of thought that design and like his whole suit I thought was kind of cool too. But Drago, hands down, best lucha mask.
Yeah, I just did some Googling, and those Drago masks are very sick.
That mask looks alive.
It does. It's crazy, man. It looks like it's attached to his skin.
Yeah, it's really dope.
What color is the classic one for him? I'm looking at a lot of like gold and red,
I think,
also some blue.
Yeah, he does a whole bunch of different ones. I don't know what he has. Like his classic one is. I think it's more of like a purplish, like iridescent. There you go.
This is horrible for the viewers. There you go.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I went with Pentagon Jr. Twofold. Just his regular look with the contacts and the face paint, I think is super, super cool. And then when he does the Joker, I think it's very wacky, which I think is fun. Like it I can't tell if it looks cool or silly, but I think it's awesome for that. But yeah,
Pentagon also does some cool. Like he has like a Carnage and a Venom one.
Yeah,
I like the one where he does the all blacked out. He has the all blacked out one where he's wearing like basically like all black. That one's super dope too.
Yeah. So
for me, I didn't know if it would technically be considered a lucha mask, but he said it was made by a lucha mask maker. Whenever I see an interview of him, it'd be Mortis from WCW, Chris Canyon's original gimmick. That fucking skull, it was kind of made like we said. It looked like it was made onto his face more than just a mask. So I always really dug that one. If that one didn't count as a luchador mask, I'd go with the aforementioned Rey Mysterio Joker mask, because that was super dope. I'm a fucking Joker mark, and he came out at a WrestleMania dressed up as the Joker, complete with the mask. So that one always stood out to me. Moving on to question number 2. If you were booking a show, what tag team would you book to face Super Famous at WrestleMania?
1999, 2000, heel Edge and Christian. Give fucking Whipstick the concerto. Funny to watch. I think Funtime would be good baby faces against Edge and Christian. Yeah.
Legs would.
Oh, Legs would turn on him. Probably fucking.
It'd be Legs, Edge, and Christian versus Whipstick.
Be a handicap match.
Yeah, I went with the obvious Lucha Brothers. I love the Lucha Brothers.
Oh,
so that would definitely be a fucking match that I would watch.
Get well, Ray Phoenix.
It's modern. Yeah, Ray Phoenix. That was nasty, but apparently he didn't break any bones, which is crazy because that looked disgusting.
It looked wild, yeah.
Yeah, that would be the match that I would book because I love Lucha Bros. It'd be a Lucha match.
Yeah, they're named the fucking Lucha Bros, for God's sakes.
I went gimmick on this one and went, okay, so we got one super famous guy, one guy who's like, considers that guy his best friend, super famous guy just shits on him the whole time. I went with the Rock and Sock Connection.
Oh shit, that's the best answer.
As soon as you started breaking it down, I was like, he's gonna say Rock and Sock Connection because that makes perfect sense.
Just the chemistry between the two, I think, is like almost note for note. So I went for that.
Yeah. That's dope. For me, I kind of went the same route that Mike did. What would be the most enjoyable to watch Whipstick get beat up by it? I went with the Mushroom Boys from Stranglemania. Imagine those two 400-pound motherfuckers moonsaulting on the Whipstick. That would be pretty fucking enjoyable to watch. And I think it would draw at WrestleMania because every Juggalo knows who the fuck the fucking Mushroom Boys are. So Mushroom Boys versus Super Famous in a fucking barbed wire death match. Book it for Camp Zool, Bill. Moving on to question number 3. What Super Famous Fun Time Guy song would be the best entrance theme?
Hands down for me, Fuerte Murder, whatever the fuck. Kill shit.
Kill shit.
Yeah. Get your hype.
Yeah, I went with Stuck. I think Stuck would be perfect.
I did too. I think the concept of it just kind of fits well for, throw the horns in the sky. Yeah. That would work well for the fans. They'd all be fucking throwing the horns up for you and shit. Yeah, that's one I went with.
And just the chorus too. Like if they played the chorus, if you rock with us, then you stuck with us.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
You got T-shirts that say that on the back. You're fucking good.
Yeah. Book this shit, Vince McMahon. God damn.
or Bill.
Yeah. Or fucking Tony Khan. Tony Khan will fucking do that shit. I know you're watching, Tony Khan.
Am I gonna get Tony Khan?
I do that with everybody that I mention. I'm like, I know you're watching, Violent J. I know you're watching, Bill.
Last time you did it, I got hit up about my ignorance about beats, so I don't know if Tony Khan's going to
hopefully that means Tony Khan's going to hit us up. Be like, hey,
Junior said this and this. How dare you? I almost actually went with Stuck, and then I decided to go with Lucha Florida just because I think the energy of the track is just like it would pop when people walked out, like that. That old like Stone Cold glass breaking sound kind of vibe. Just like people would hear that beat.
The chicken hunting effect, basically.
Yeah, totally.
I was also thinking Lame Shit would be a dope one since Luke said the one that I was going to pick because of the chorus, throw your 2 sweets up and shit like that. I think all the wrestling fans, too sweet if you claim it. I think wrestling fans would mark out for that song too. So either or Stuck or Lame Shit for me. Question number 4, what's your favorite piece of Super Famous Fun Time Guys merch?
I don't own any, but your beanie, bro, that you rock.
That reminds me of the old school ICP face beanie I had back in the day and the t-shirts. Yeah, I dig that one too.
I'd like to get that, but it's sold out.
The fanny pack, bro. Come on now. It's on gimmick. It's perfect. I wish they would make like another one, but get like a really like high quality fanny pack. That would be fire as fuck. I just
bright as fuck to match Whip 6 gear.
Yeah. Give it some color and shit. Make this like an actual patch. Like get like an actual patch on there and stitch it on there. That shit would be fire. But yeah, I went with the fanny pack because this shit's just on. It's just on gimmick. It's just fucking perfect. Like when I saw that they were doing this with the pre-orders for that album, I was like, hell yeah, I gotta scoop that shit.
Let's see. I went with I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna show what I think is considered merch, and then I'm gonna flex audio. So I went with this lighter case I just got in the mail today, which is super dope.
I think that's Brandon Filbert's handiwork right there.
It is. I'm having trouble positioning it correctly in the camera, but just a super cool thing to have. Those little LLE on the bottom.
That's dope, yeah.
Up on Zoolmart right now, currently. The Necronomicron's already sold out, so if you want it, jump on it quick.
Get yourself some socks while you're there.
Hold on. Yeah.
There you go, right there.
There you go. I'll just do some ads.
I know we're doing a little Zoolmart ad here, right here. Zoolmart.com.
That fanny pack's on there too.
Shop smart. Shop Zoolmart.
I've already spent probably thousands of dollars on Zoolmart, so
that's probably not an
exaggeration either. Sadly, it's not an exaggeration.
And then more so than like merchy merch, I'm like a audio guy, a collector.
Likewise,
so my real favorite shit is gonna be this original copy of our album.
Oh shit.
Which I spent too much money on, but I'm very happy to have. And then these singles that this is getting so much glare on it. How can I hold this? Anyway, these singles for tracks that were going to be on white background and then came out as singles when white background was scrapped, and now they're back on white background canceled music. You open them up and there's like, hold on, this is too time consuming, but it's cool. You hear all the various layers of shit. Shout out.
Shout out to that fucking noise too.
Yeah. You open them up and they've got like full credits and photo shoots and stuff like that. So for like a 2-song single, very, very cool. Ooh,
it's usually got like legs artwork and it folds out it even more of it. So yeah, they do it up even for a single, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of your audio flexing, my favorite piece that I've seen, I don't own it, would be the cassette of how do you fit a cassette into a discography.
Oh, Robbie has that.
Yeah, that shit is dope for sure.
Gold,
shit. Yeah, like that old school Ringmaster.
Yeah, that Ringmaster player.
Every cassette I think is a different color because they just chose random when they went to go get them made. So I don't think there's any two are the same.
That's dope. That's fire.
Yeah, as soon as I seen that, I was like, that's my favorite piece of merch I seen whenever Robbie broke it out on one of the other times we've had him on. So yeah, that's my answer for that one for sure. Wrap it up. Favorite album from Super Famous Fun Time Guys.
Man, it's so hard for me because White Background Terrible Music is like the darkest album, and I really fucking love that album. And then when you put Mom's Not Offended with the bonus cuts together, it's like, it's tremendous. And then Don't Hug Me is there like Malenko. I gotta go Mom's Offended. With the bonus tracks together as one album, yeah, it's my favorite now. Don't Hug Me used to be my favorite, but there's two songs I skip on there. On that one, I don't skip nothing. So, yeah.
Ain't mad at that. That album's fucking dope, man. Especially when you added them singles.
Really dope. They got better. Fire.
Oh.
Yeah, it's close for me too, but I ended up going with "Don't Hug Me from the Front" just because it's full length. Yeah, it's got Brainless. It's got a bunch of dope ass shit in it. So does Mom's Not Offended, but a little bit longer. "Don't Hug Me from the Front."
Yeah, my answer is completely dependent on which version we're talking. If we're talking just the album itself, "Don't Hug Me from the Front" wins for me. If we're talking the whole package, "Mom's Not Offended." I mean, the addition of those singles, that's such a good fucking 16 tracks or whatever it is. Like between the EP and then like some of those singles were some of my favorite songs from all of last year. Like, you know, As I Say and stuff like that are like top tier, super famous tracks for me. So that's my pick if it's the whole double disc, and if it's just the EP, I'm going "Don't Hug Me."
For me, it's How Do You Fit a Cassette in a Discography. That was the one that really made me sign on to like, damn, man, this is the second album, because as soon as I heard Brainless and then heard "Don't Hug Me from the Front," jumped on fucking FunTimeGang.com and ordered the fucking next album, of course. Like that was so well. It's like, I'll give the album previous to that a shot. And man, it's a fucking banger. It's got Lame Shit, What Would You Do, Bounce House Bastards from Mad Max. It's got Crawl Space, fucking Crawdad. It's got probably their most famous song there is, Positive, on it. That's a really good fucking album. And like I said, that's the one that made me really realize how good these fucking dudes were. It's like this fucking "Don't Hug Me from the Front." It wasn't a one-hit wonder, and it wasn't because they were on LLE and Bill was producing it, because this album is just as fucking good, and they were doing that shit without LLE before they signed. So I think that's probably my favorite album, just because it made me realize just how dope it was, and that album was so good. I went back to FunTimeGang.com, bought every one they had, and liked everyone. So, and that's the one that really started it. So I'll go with that one. And like I said, that fucking cassette Robbie has, dope as fuck.
So they got a body like pinata in that.
Yeah,
Speaking of ads and promotion, yeah, that CD right there, you like that? FunTimeGang.com. They've got everything right now. Like they've got our album, which has been criminally out of print.
I ordered that shit the other day.
Yeah, that's been like hatefully out of print, I guess is the better word for it.
Mine just shipped too. They said it was going to be a little bit later, but it actually shipped already.
Yeah, the white background,
canceled music, and there's a little blurb on the website with each one. Read yourself a little bit of something, buy yourself some albums, catch up on these guys, gang. I know that the more recent two are more well known, but boy, is it a fun ride to go all the way through it.
Yeah, and when they sell out, they become $100 to $7,500 on eBay if you don't buy them off the fucking website from them. So get them while the getting's good. Do a little bit more promo before we get out of here for these two fucking coked up fuckers. As we said, February 5th on the Suck My Vid YouTube channel, 1 year celebration of the 2021 Goon's Gallery Album of the Year, Don't Hug Me from the Front, featuring performances by super famous Funtime guys Sky Swamp Orange, Ola Horror, and McNastee. Definitely check that shit out. And apparently it's not going to be up for replay, so make sure you check that shit out live. You want to subscribe to the Suck My Vid YouTube channel, turn on your notifications so whenever it goes live you'll know, because I haven't seen an actual time that's going to come on, but we know the date, February 5th.
It's AXE's YouTube channel, so
yeah,
you don't got to put it. It's just all odds of Lulu. It's there.
Also, speaking of that stream, if you are sleeping on and unaware of Sky Swamp Orange, look into that, because I know a lot of people have been saying, who is that or whatever, but you'll be happy to know when you do.
Stray is fire. I think they're one of the most underrated motherfuckers in the underground right now. They performed main stage at Camp Zool. They're dope as fuck. And everybody knows McNastee. McNastee's a fucking legend in this game, so everybody knows McNastee.
Yeah, people know McNastee, people know Old the Horror, but I've been seeing a lot of like, who is this last one? And
you about to find out.
Yeah, one of the ones I'm most excited to see. So do that.
I think that'll wrap up the celebration for 1 year of Don't Hug Me from the Front. Robbie, still got a drink? You got to cheers the glass or something? You got a drink still? None of us really drink much, so
hold on.
There you go. I'll cheers my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I think I got my water bottle in here.
There you go. A toast.
Peppermint schnapps.
Oh shit. Might get crunk up there.
My Cleveland Indians cup. Fuck that Guardians bullshit.
Hell yeah. 1 year of Don't Hug Me From the Front. Like I said, tune in February 5th on the All Azuli Lou YouTube channel for a live stream to celebrate it with the two Lucha fucks themselves. But until next time, I'm the Jokerz Gallery. This is 5 Piece. We out.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.